I did want to update everybody. Got a lot of Google alerts last night. I guess I'm not very popular in the Minnesota Vikings community.
Yeah, you made quite the wave. What's going on with
Vikings fans are soft.
Community's pretty soft.
Because I like Amon-Ra St. Brown more than I like Justin Jefferson. Sorry. And I'll back that up again. Here's the point of the statement, everybody.
Stand
And people were like, how could you do this? How could you say this? It's not even close. Bro, yeah, it is close.
Yeah.
It's very close. And here's the deal, everybody. All you soft-ass Vikings fans, here's the deal with it.
Talk to 'em.
I am 1,000 million 100 bafillion% more comfortable giving Amon-Ra St. Brown $30 million a year than I am giving Justin Jefferson $30 million a year. Because of what I've seen on the field, what I've seen off the field, what I see his skill set to be, the role he has in the offense, the big-time catches to win playoff games. So, yeah, I'll double down on it, soft Vikings fans. Yes, I would give Amon-Ra St. Brown a huge contract extension. Way before I would Justin Jefferson. That's where I'm at with it, guys. Sorry about it.
Let him cook.
I think that's the caveat, and that's the no-brainer. Who do you see, like, consistency? What's you're going to get availability? Amon-Ra St. Brown. Now, the value to each team, right? They're most that valuable, but exactly what you said, the comfortability of being Brad Holmes or the Detroit Lions and giving it to this guy who is the epitome of what you've built here or are building here, right? From work ethic, consistency. Now, they're different receivers. We're not talking about that. Yeah, Jefferson's electric, but out of the two of them, who would you say if one of them was going to go off kilter or get in trouble or do something selfish or whatever? It's not Amon-Ra St. Brown. And I'm not saying it's Justin Jefferson's going to do that. But if you give me the two, it's like saying, who's going to do something stupid first, Chris Draper or Darren McCarty?
Darren McCarty.
Absolutely.
And that's Darren McCarty saying it.
That's it. And that's Darren McCarty saying it, right? So it's the same sort of thing. Comfortability. So, and a lot of times, Neil, too, when people get defensive like that, it's because you hit on a nerve. And you tap
what it is.
You tap the
exactly,
truth
D-Mac.
to the fan base of what they know.
And what they know is this. It's over for them. The Vikings fan know that as far as the division goes, until further notice, it's over for them. And when you cut that check to Justin Jefferson and you're paying him north of $30 million a year, and you're paying Jefferson and TJ Hawkinson $48 million combined,
Sheesh.
Good luck, bro.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Well,
without a quarterback. And you don't know what you're doing at quarterback.
Here's the thing, Neil, when you say it's over, because don't just look at Detroit. Look at that if you want, but look at Chicago, who we bring up all the time with the money and the draft picks and all that different stuff. And we saw what Green Bay did throughout the season. They got three other teams. Like, are they not in the cellar of this, like, projected to be the bottom of this division?
And they know it, and that's why they're triggered.
And you're telling what you just told them is you don't see a way out for them because they're going to
They don't know what they're doing at quarterback.
With contracts, and it's going to be a lot tougher to find their way out, let alone the talent on the field from all the other teams in the division.
Art Vandelay, Neil, the fact these clowns are in our chat lets you know that they're scared. And that's what it is. I'm not mad at them. Like, it got to the point, too, they were giving slander on personal accounts and stuff like that.
Of course.
Like that's going to bother me or something like that.
People don't like reality sometimes, Neil.
I just made a discovery, though. We were talking about TJ Hawkinson and the I want to be serious, $16.5 million per year. That's the AAV for him. But his agent is Neil Cornrich. I got to give it up. He's a bag man, you can tell.
Yeah.
Old Neil Cornrich.
Yeah, that sounds like a guy.
That sounds like a guy that's about the bag. When your name is Neil, you're about the bag, D-Mac.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so props to him. I don't hate him. Like, I don't hate him. Good for him.
Hey,
but
how
guys,
about this, right? And it's the only time that Cats, the thing, it's not an argument of who's a better receiver. Who are you more comfortable giving $30 million to? That's the question. And it's Amon-Ra St. Brown
and
all day.
Cats, they're comparable. They are comparable, Catch. They play a different position. They do different things.
They do different jobs, but their comparability, especially to what they bring to the team. If you want to argue that Justin Jefferson's more valuable to his team at receiver than Amon-Ra, you can have that argument. I'm not going to say apples. To me, they're one and the same. They're the most guy. But when it comes to who you going to give your money to and think that you're going to get a return on it and it's going to help your team get better, it's Detroit, not Minnesota, because it's also, too, Neil, that you dug into what else it goes to, because they also have Hawkinson, and they also have to do the quarterback, and so they're behind it even further.
And that's exactly what it was. And Rack spot on. The argument JJ had 1,000 yards in 9 games is invalid, too. Amon-Ra St. Brown had 900. That's 10 yards a week, dude. Yeah. Like, come on. I know because it fits your narrative, that's what you run to. That is exactly my point about it. He gets 30 more feet a week, everybody. 30 more feet. You see what I'm saying here? But the difference is Amon-Ra St. Brown plays for a Super Bowl contender. That's the difference. So, again, I'll stand on business. Keep firing away, Vikings blog community. Fire away. Call me a clown. I don't care, because you know deep down I'm right. You know I'm right. And, as my esteemed colleague, Mr. Darren McCarty, said, you know what your reality is right now. And it ain't pretty. And I say ain't for effect, because you know the end result. You're cooked. You're done. And guess what? You're done now. Was it ever really anything to begin with? You lost a playoff game to Daniel Jones at home, bro.
Talk to him.
That happened to you. I watched it. I watched it happen. Big bad Justin Jefferson. And there's Danny Dimes lighting you guys up like a pinball machine. Whew. Throwing, 330, 340, whatever that number.
Got that
Diming you.
Game of his life.
Diming you.
Got him a contract.
Yeah.
Got that man paid.
And big bet. Where was JJ? What do they call him? What's his name? Jay Jettis. Yeah. Where was Jay Jettis to save you then? Where was Jay Jettis on 3rd and 14 when the game was hanging on the line? Because I know where Amon-Ra St. Brown was. Catching a 16-yard pass. First down, move the chains, on to the next one. That's what happened. You can tell me what you think. I'm telling you what is. Vikings fans, good luck.
Listen.
Good luck.
Listen, I'm not going to... Kiss at the end is crazy. I'm not going to disrespect Justin Jefferson. I do believe he is the best wide receiver in the league. I think he's the most talented wide receiver in the league. But as Lions fans, we've seen this act before. We've seen what happens when you have the best wide receiver in the league, and he's putting up 200 yards a game, and nothing comes of it. We had Calvin Johnson. We saw that. We saw Calvin dominating every team he was going up against, and we were still losing, and we were still not getting into the playoffs, and we were still losing playoff games. So having that arc of Justin Jefferson, yeah, it's cool. Like, I loved Calvin Johnson, and I loved who he was, but more complete of a team is more important. And the Lions, they have a more complete team in a better situation. Like, it's great to have that top-end talent, but when you don't supplement it with other people around him, it's not going to happen.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread Matt N says that's why Neil talks about his sports opinions and isn't a GM. Matt, who are you more comfortable giving that bag to? For real. I know what I have with Amon-Ra St. Brown. There is no questions. There's a track record and a resume since the second he stepped into this league. I know what I have with them. Real quick, D-Mac, too. Mike G says Neil's invite to Mall of America has been revoked. You know what that is? That's a 5-level Great Lakes crossing. That's all the Mall of America is. If we're being real about it.
Everything.
Big facts. I've been there. Big facts.
I've never been there.
If we're being real about it, it's just 5 different levels of Great Lakes crossing.
With an amusement park in the middle. Who cares?
That's all. That's all it is. Been there. You know what? We all love Panda Express, okay? I get that.
Panda Express is good.
It is.
Chow mein double orange chicken.
Who doesn't like it? There's a movie theater. There's a movie theater at Great Lakes Crossing too. Yeah. There's a Top Golf in the parking lot.
I used to go to the movie theater in Macomb Mall.
Isn't it the fact
$1 show?
Do any of you guys get this? I get more Odell Beckham vibes from Justin Jefferson, and it's not like selfish or whatever, but it's just that there's question. Right? There's some questions that are still there. I don't have any questions on giving that much money to Amon-Ra St. Brown. like you said, whatever million, bazillion number you used to start the segment off. That's safe money, right? And as when you're spending that much big money, like who's safer money for proving for what he's done? So I think it's a no-brainer. And I don't think anybody will be surprised when it actually happens and they both get him. But it's the reality to the Minnesota fans why they're acting up is because you shoved it in their face.
Pause.
It's gonna be it's gonna be colder winters there than it usually is in Minnesota, and that's gonna be cold.
Absolutely.
It's cold like Minnesota.
But that, I mean, again, and I stand on that Mall of America comment, by the way. Vikings blog people, go ahead. Clip that one and put it on your little blogs too, all right? Because it's true, and you know that. Even more than the receiver thing.
They got a roller coaster, though.
Cool.
Okay. I'm just saying, they might come at you like, well, we got a roller coaster.
I've never been to Minnesota. I don't have any, reason to go.
Yeah, it's not your scene.
It's not a destination
No,
spot.
it's not a place you would do well in.
It's like what Joakim Noah said about Cleveland. I don't hear motherfuckers saying, I want to go to Minnesota on vacation. What's so good about Minnesota?